NBA on TNT Hall of Famer Reggie Miller joining us. What's the biggest dinner tab you've ever had to pick up, and did you have to do it as a rookie?
I believe I had to do it as a rookie. I mean, that was so long ago, but obviously it wasn't as exorbitant as some of these rookies, especially, you hear the stories about the football players, picking up tabs for the veterans. I'm sure at the most $500-$600. There weren't, Ruth Chris Steakhouse and Morton's and all that back in '87, '88. So it was more like Steak and Shake and things like that in Indiana.
Did you?
It wasn't too bad.
Okay, biggest check you've ever had to pick up in your life?
Well, at the time, I'm sure it would have been when I was married and the
rehearsal dinner?
The rehearsal dinner, yeah, I'm sure.
Okay, how much you think?
Easily 8,000-9,000, maybe 10,000.
That's not too bad.
That's not too bad, no.
Now,
why? I mean, what is really bad? Like, who had to pay more?
There's an Eagles rookie who had to spend $17,000.
No way.
That's
not right.
I know.
Seriously, that's not right. No way. That's taking abuse of the system.
Can you say no?
Was he a first rounder?
They're not. I don't know if they're sure who the rookie is, but
because I would need to. If you're a veteran on that squad.
Yeah.
And he's not a first-rounder, that's abuse of the system. Even if he is a first-rounder, that's abuse of the system. But $17,000 for a non-first or second-rounder, that is not right.
Well, you often hear this about NBA players or even football players. They'll go to a strip club, and all of a sudden, like Bryant McKinney, that story when he was with Minnesota, I think he had $200,000 or $300,000 in lap dances. How's that happen, Reg?
What are you asking me for? How does that happen? I tell you what, that's when you would want to be a friend of Brian McKinney. A hanger on. Hey, dude, I'll just go hang with you. Okay.
Is there hazing that still goes on in the NBA?
Yes. I mean, you still have to sing your school song, or you got to sing happy birthday if it's, a veteran's birthday. You got to go get donuts. You do, if as a rookie, before you leave, usually most teams leave at 3 o'clock, you've got to set the menu and go get, the burgers, the chicken for the flight, things like that. I mean, if that's hazing, yeah.
That's not bad.
That's not bad. Wake-up calls, you got to bring coffee, USA Today, things like that.
But were you tough on rookies?
Tough in what sense?
That they had to do certain things. Like, who's the toughest guy you were? You were tough on him more than anybody else, that they had to, as a rookie, do what you asked them to do.
I wasn't necessarily tough on one particular person, but they did have to fall in line because that's how I was taught. And it's not necessarily hazing, but you're taught, like when we would have Fan Jam. Well, all the rookies had to, sing and do a skit and all like that. I had to do it. Chuck Person had to do it. Mark Jackson everyone had to do it. Everyone had to sing your school song and come up with the skit for the fans.
Did you know UCLA's song?
Of course. Well, it's embedded in your brain. Of course.
What is it?
The the A clap. I don't know. There's not necessarily a song, Dan.
Okay.
A clap. Come on.
We're talking to the Hall of Famer Reggie Miller joining us on Dan Patrick's Show. Ever have a cramp?
I wish I ever would have had a cramp.
Why, you have to be muscular to have a cramp?
At 6'7", 175, I wish I would have had muscles. I wish I would have had body mass to cramp up.
Can you play through it?
Well, apparently not.
Man, how surprised are you that LeBron got roughed up?
Look, that's a full body cramp. And look, maybe I will never know what he was going through, but after that layup, I mean, when your whole body can't move, there was no way he was coming back in that ball game.
If you look at that after the layup, and I saw this again, his left calf looks like it is rock hard. He couldn't
straighten his leg.
No. And that's why when you hear people say, well, Bird would have played through this and
No.
Michael would have played. And I went, no. They couldn't. They couldn't.
It's a full body, almost like seizure. I mean, there was no way he was getting out of that.
Oh.
It's unfortunate. I mean, they're up 2, I believe, when he goes out. In that last 4 minutes, I mean, San Antonio just poured it on. But, look, I wish I would have had the type of body LeBron had. Please, God, could you have left me with that kind of body?
Here's the guy. Second-year offensive tackle Lane Johnson is the one. He tweeted the picture of this rookie dinner, but he won't say who footed the bill for the rookie dinner. But veterans forcing the rookie. Maybe it was rookies that had to pay for that.
Yeah, I think that's a collective $17,000 tab.
Man, that one's wrong. I mentioned this about LeBron. Certain guys are wired certain ways that I remember where Mike D'Antoni told Steve Nash he's got to be a little bit more selfish on offense. He's got to be scoring more, shooting more, not just passing. LeBron is a passer and a scorer. A scorer. It's kind of hard sometimes to tell somebody, hey, just take over. He saw Bosch in the corner. Now, Bosch missed game 1, a jumper, which I still thought was the best play. Go for the win on the road. And then last night hits Bosch, and Bosch hits that shot. I don't know if LeBron can change. He doesn't talk about touches or he doesn't get his shots or how many points he's scoring. Could you change? Would you want to change LeBron James into more of a scorer than a delegator?
I believe last week you asked me the shadow that Michael Jordan has left on the NBA.
Yeah.
Because we are all trying to compare everyone to Michael Jordan. There's only one killer instinct, Michael Jordan. There's really only one killer instinct in Kobe Bryant. Why can't we just let LeBron be LeBron, who is an unbelievable Hall of Famer, great player? He's a facilitator. And the pass to Bosch in Game 1, the pass to Bosch in Game 2, the pass to Bosch in Game 5 versus Indiana in the corner when they went for the win on the road. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's how he's wired. He's going to make the correct call. We want him always to be Michael Jordan and have that killer instinct and get 35, 40, and just rip your throat out. Well, he can rip your throat out with an unbelievable pass, which to Bosch, game winner. I mean, let this guy be who he is.
But that's why guys want to play with LeBron, because he'll guard Tony Parker. He'll get 15 assists or a triple-double. He can let Wade be Wade. The reason why Bosch is now emerging as this great shooter is because he's got LeBron break down a defense, and Bosch stands in the corner. Ray has still got a great career because of LeBron James. Wade doesn't have to play every single night. But mark my words, there will be a moment, there will be a time when LeBron James's body, and we just saw a glimpse, says, I can't carry a team every single night. I need help here. And I think it's going to happen.
And to your point, he doesn't have back-to-back championships if it's not for Mike Miller and Shane Battier. And who assisted those two guys on all those threes in those pivotal games when they won championships? LeBron James. Double, triple team, he made the correct play. I mean, when's the last time we said Rashard Lewis's name? Seriously, when's the last time you said Rashard Lewis's name? And now he is playing a huge role on this, hopefully, three-peat championship team, because who's setting him up? LeBron James.
You could have played for Miami, Reg.
No, I couldn't have.
Yeah, you could have.
No, you could have played. You're a shooter, too.
Reg, did they ever reach out to you?
No.
At the end of your career? No.
No.
Man, you imagine with LeBron? What if LeBron
they have
had
that
called
in
you?
Ray Allen.
I know, but if they had you and Ray?
That would be kind of sweet, though, wouldn't it?
Come on.
I couldn't do it. Pacer for life, baby. Couldn't do it.
Would you hate – if I said you could have won a title with the Heat, would you have done that if it was a let's rent Reggie? Because I know the Celtics, that was pretty close, right?
It was very close.
Okay.
It was very close.
How much of it was I'm a Pacer, I can't go in there and win a title like this?
I've told you this before. If Danny Ainge would have called me in July as opposed to mid-August, I probably would have done it. I would say that I would have 80% have done it. Oh. But to call me mid-August and try for me to shock my body, there was just no way.
What if LeBron had called?
If Pat Riley called in June or July, time to get out the treadmill.
Before I let you go, John Calipari apparently was knee-deep in discussions to become the next head coach of the Cavaliers.
No.
Yeah.
I am shocked.
Do you think that Calipari still has this, I'm going to prove that I can coach in the NBA?
Yes, I do. I mean, his ego is probably as big as a lot of players, and rightfully so. I think he's earned that. But I think he's in a great spot there at Kentucky. But, man, to be
president and coach.
To be your own boss in Cleveland, you've got the number one pick this year. You have Kyrie Irving. I mean, there's a lot of things going on in Cleveland.
Okay, what's a better job, Kentucky or the president and coach of the Cavaliers, if the money's the same?
I've always felt, hey, to be the best, you got to compete against the best at the highest level. That Cavalier job. But I will say this: the number one collegiate program is Kentucky.
Who's got a better team, Reg? Kentucky or Cleveland Cavaliers?
Right now, today, I'm going with Coach Cal in Kentucky. It depends on who they draft. If they go with Joel Embiid, slightly the Cavs right now. Slightly.
All right, before I let you go, who wins Game 3?
Miami. Game 4, San Antonio.
And
I say San Antonio in 7.
Okay. Yeah, I got San Antonio winning. I don't know if people all of a sudden saw – because San Antonio played a great game last night.
Yeah.
They really did, if you look at the numbers, although Duncan died in the fourth quarter. But they played a great game, and then to lose like that, that's going to
They're going to have to get more from Danny Green.
Yeah, and Kawhi Leonard,
Kawhi Leonard has to stay on the floor, and he has to be productive. He's got to put pressure on LeBron.
Good to talk to you as always. I'll talk to you next week.
Theodore, as truly, you're the best.
Thank you, buddy. Reggie Miller, NBA on TNT.